What's going on, Americana Addicts? How are you doing? It's our day. It's Tuesday. I don't know about y'all, but I have been moving a little sluggish today because Labor Day used to not kick my ass as much as it did this time. But I was just a little tired. I had just had to pump myself up before this live started because your boy's a little tired. But you know what? Preach. Your leader, your king of the Americana Addicts is here to have a good time. And I got my number one man in the world, the savior, the future cult leader himself. How you doing, Chucky D?
Oh, I'm Chuck D, back from the dead, chilling at the beach down at Club Med. What's up, y'all? I am here for Tuesday night. I'll tell you this, I have been so pumped about this, looking forward to it, anxious to get to it, fidgety at work. And then there was this really good looking lady next door at your neighbor's house, and I forgot all about you guys for like 5 seconds. Tuesday.
Who is the really good looking lady?
I don't know, but she had this very thick Spanish accent. It was weird.
I've heard about her.
You've been hearing about her in the neighborhood?
I've heard. Did she tell you the story about her yelling at the guy with the dog?
No.
Really long story short, a dog was loose in the neighborhood. Came up and tried to attack our dog. She fights the dog off. There's a man in a yard, and she starts yelling at the man, telling him, "You need to get your dog." Man doesn't do anything. Come to find out through the neighborhood, the man is deaf. And
twist.
She was like Spanish lighting into this guy, like, "Get your dog. You need to come get your dog," and all this stuff.
Man.
Found out he was deaf.
Ooh, that is tough.
Oh, but man, we got everybody. What's up, Chad? What's up? Snap back to reality. No, I'm not gonna do it. Joshy D, the Godfather. LaPage is here. Elliot Hyde. I don't know if I remember you, Elliot. What's up, man? Glad to have you here. Enough beverage this time. No beer runs, Bert. Man, I don't.
Man, you talk about unforgivable.
Can we talk about?
Oh Lord!
God,
you know
what? That was such a good
boy,
movie.
the modern day warrior, Tom Sawyer over here, Cyber Cowboy, has just opened. I forgot about that. That's how much fun I had in North Carolina.
What a moment!
And now you are back on the hook. Thank you so much, Cowboy. That is very kind of you.
I was playing it out in my head before I did it, thinking of all of the things that could have gone bad. And as soon as, you know me, when I decide something,
man,
I will do it. For those of you that missed last week, we had a barn burner. It went about 5.5 hours. And I just kind of made a beer run. And Chuck Diesel wasn't even here. He was somewhere else.
Not even in the building. Couldn't play a video. Couldn't Google anything that y'all could see. Couldn't even Google, man. Google.
Elliot says, stretching out for them beer, or Snapback says, stretching out for them beer runs. I'm not going to be making any beer runs tonight. I'm going to promise you. Elliot said, we've chatted before briefly. All right, man.
What up?
Good to have you.
Chad Dan weighing in. Bert Byler coming to us from the Americano. We know Chad Dan's vote. Definitely for the Americano.
Welcome back to another video. I'm Bert Byler coming live from the Americano. It ain't happening, guys. It just does not feel right.
You know what? Let me try it.
Hit it one time.
What's happening, guys? Bert Byler coming back at you with another episode of Americana Addicts live from the Americano.
Still ain't right. Still ain't right.
Somebody mail that to Vince McMahon.
It still ain't right. Normally I'm not a perfectionist, but with this, I feel like we can do better. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm not going to stick with the Americano, but I want to give it some time. I want us to feel like we tried our hardest, and I just feel like somebody's going to come up with something. But Americano is as good as it gets, and that segues great into
Americommunism.
What? No.
I was thinking it'd be funny if it was the Americommune, and then I was
stop looking at me. We're in different places.
I'm trying to look
In
over
other
here at
sides
one of
of the
the
mansion.
assistants for. Sorry, I'm just so happy to be back in the building, man. Just so happy to be that I keep looking at my assistants over here.
It's way more fun.
All these assistants.
That segues great into I have decided that one day, not anytime in the near future, I would like to either renovate my garage, turn it into a YouTube/music studio, or build a building in my backyard.
Oh, we got a block coming up.
And so
Got a block in the chat. Can we block this
shoot,
in the
but
chat?
I don't know how to do it. You the one that got the
so block it.
Didn't I make you a moderator or something? Can't you ban them?
Let's see what we can do.
See if you could do it. So we're gonna have a discussion later on whether or not y'all think I should build a building or renovate the garage. And this is coming from a person who doesn't have any money saved to do these things. So everybody just chill out. It ain't happening tomorrow. But we're gonna talk about the pros and cons of renovating my garage. And Chuck just made a point earlier that made me back to Team Garage. I've been going back and forth. It is just, man, old Benjamin and Cody been helping me out, giving me some ideas. They've been pulling me on over to Team Garage, and I'm not going to plant my flag, but I'm feeling pretty good about the garage. It makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense. Jay Smitty says, we've officially arrived when we get bots in the stream. Hey, man.
Bot.
Moving on up.
I couldn't figure out how to ban that person, so I think I just did this. Let's see if it works. Oi! You two! Fuck off!
I mean, I could but I just don't want to. Let me see. Can I not? No, it won't let me yeah.
Is LTD up in here? I saw TLP is on a limited internet service due to the power outage.
He's struggling over there.
Oh, Chuck Diesel got a handsome ass avatar.
LaPaz did say no one has even come close. I agree. Americano is by far the winner so far.
Cody's idea is hashtag Bert's house, which is the most vanilla ass Canadian. Exactly what we expected from Cody, I think.
Cyber Cowboy says, garage, where are you going to park the Maserati? Yeah, once I become YouTube famous, I got to get a Lambo. Got to put the Lambo and got to talk about knowledge. You need knowledge. You see that book over here I got? Hold up. See that one book I got? It's only about 100 pages. It's called Knowledge, ladies and gentlemen. Get you some. I'll be selling my course here in no time. What course am I going to make?
I don't know, man. You could do like how to be a visionary. Bert's a visionary. Yeah, how to be a visionary.
Lepage, thank you for that. Letting old Zoe Golden Sword. Americana, that's kind of that same kind of vibe. Americano.
It sounds Americana.
How not to name a studio? Yes, that is my calling in life, of my course. But I hope everybody's doing good, man. It's good to be here. I am a little tired, I'm going to be honest. But I'm here to do this thing. I've learned, and I think us being musicians for a long time, there are many times when you step on the stage where it is the last thing that you feel like doing. Not saying that this is the last thing that I feel like doing, but there are days like last week when I was hype. I was ready to go, and this week I'm a little tired. I got to get going, got to wake up a little bit. We're going to have some great conversations tonight. But we going to have fun. First things first, we got some traditions around here. What you sipping on, ladies and gentlemen? I'm sipping on the fine Pilsner. I've been on the Miller Lite kick recently, man. How do you feel about that?
It is popular amongst many of my hipper friends.
It's just too hot. The thing is, it's too hot.
Too hot for Amber.
For Amber ales.
I'm too hot for you, Amber, Lynn.
And we went on vacation this summer. I'm trying to. I'm Mr. Frugal. By the way, we had this conversation the other day. Diesel says that nobody buys tall boys because they're trying to be frugal, and I have found multiple frugal friends who say that they buy tall boys because it's the same price or even sometimes cheaper than a six-pack.
Yeah.
So you're wrong.
I feel like I'm wrong about so many things that this is just a weird one to keep bringing back up to me. This is like the third time we've talked about it.
Because I get fired up about frugality. I love Graham Stephan. I love the frugal folks on the internet. That's why talking about building a building in my backyard that costs $20,000 or $30,000 is not my thing. The Godfather says, laugh out loud, 9 o'clock bedtime. Love you, buddy. Oh, I'm going to be in the bed by 9 tonight. I'm going to tell you right now.
Uh-oh, look who's here.
What's going on, Anne-Marie? How you doing? The one lady that watches our show. So glad to have you.
I was about to sing There's Some Bros in This House. But now Anne-Marie's here.
Thank you. Josh D over here. Per ounce is cheaper. Thank you, Godfather. Just somebody let him know.
Per ounce, it's cheaper.
Yes, it is. Facts.
It's just like Joshy D's curriculum vitae precludes me being able to argue with him about ounces and distribution.
That's my love language. Frugality, Americana music, YouTube, credit card rewards points. Those are my things.
Mine are cuddles and back rubs and leaving me alone whenever I say so. Those are my love languages.
He be saying so a lot. You think he don't be saying so, but I be sending him text messages and I get saying so a lot.
It's like, for me, it's like Saturday Night Live. Once Tuesday night's over, you're not going to hear from me the next day, man. Come on. And then finally it's the weekend and I'm like, what's up?
There's a couple of times where like the Wednesday morning I'll wake up, be like, like last week was amazing. Like last week, all this amazing stuff outside, message Chuck. It's like, man, this was awesome, and this was awesome, and all these things were awesome. 3 days.
That stuff was so awesome.
Villain Bert J? No, I have never claimed to be the villain. Never want to be the villain. Y'all the ones all trying to be the villains.
The role of villain is highly contested.
There's 3 folks claiming to be the villains around here.
I feel like Morningstar is campaigning for it, whereas I'm simply being myself, and Cody is Canadian, and therefore everyone just thinks he's rude when he apologizes.
Right. Texas Hypocrite said, Pro Tools about to drive me to drinking. Yeah, that's why you got to get Logic, bro.
Yep.
It's just way easier.
He's my favorite rapper.
Is Chuck Team Texas? I don't know if he ever... I don't think so. Did you ever plant your flag?
I got a Bud and Sissy Looking for Love in All the Wrong Places t-shirt that my ex-girlfriend gifted me. It is a very comfortable t-shirt. And I'm looking for love in all the wrong places. I'm here with you fuckers. Hey, a coffee over here. It's my assistants. All these...
In the mansion.
For the beer.
In the mansion.
Coffee and my beer.
Man, we got a great lineup for everybody tonight. We got Charley Crockett's new song that he just released with Western AF. We've got the Wood Brothers, which we've never done the Wood Brothers before. And also, when I just opened the video a second ago, their lead singer looks like somebody in our community. Actually, Chuck Diesel said that the singer looked like some. I don't want to steal your thunder. And I'll let y'all guess who y'all think this looks like, because last week we did an artist that looked like somebody in the community. Were you paying attention?
Who was it?
Jamie Johnson.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm.
That looked like
me.
Oh, El Capo.
Oh, yes. El Capo. Yes.
In Key West, but only El Capo in Key West.
Key West. Yeah. It's like he's like the Malibu El Capo or the Key West El Capo. It's in different packaging too.
Totally.
Yep.
So we got those two. We're gonna deep dive on Sturgill Simpson's new record. Chucky D's been putting in a lot of work to bring y'all some great insight because he is our resident Sturgill historian. Can't wait to hear what he's got to say.
And I will. let's put some legs to work here. If anybody can tell me the name of the cool older brother that I compared Sturgill to, I will.
I just remembered what it was. Earlier, I couldn't remember it. I remember.
Do you remember what it was? All right. If anybody else can remember, because I compared Sturgill, and I was just saying this, I feel the same about the dude's just cool. He's just cool. Like there's no, I don't even think he's trying, man. I think he's just like, I don't know what happens. Sometimes you try not to be cool and you look like a dad flopping around.
You can say what you
right?
want about my boy Morningstar. You can say what you want. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Dang. It's just, he's your cool Uncle Ronnie. Or your other brother.
Older brother Ronnie. Your cool older brother Ronnie.
It can't be an uncle because uncles can also be very cool.
Man, uncle's just inherently creepy. I'm telling you this as a man with many nieces and nephews.
But yeah, Uncle Ronnie. No, older brother Ronnie.
Cool. Ronnie, man, just Ronnie.
Just older brother Ronnie. But yeah. So,
do you call your sister Jessica?
No.
You should start. I'm sure she would love it.
That is strange how like aunt and uncle and those things have to have a name before it.
I think it's like the Mr. and Mrs. that we have to like.
Which is stupid.
Yeah.
Hate it.
Who out there said aunt instead of aunt? Let me hear from you.
Wrong.
Whoop, whoop.
You wrong.
Aunt.
You got anything else you want to say before we get into it?
Man, we always have a good time on the Discord, and I would like to invite anybody who doesn't know about it, hasn't had a chance to jump on, to go over to bertbyler.com/join. This is your direct access, as many people can tell you, to not only the top tier of Bush League shit talkers, but also,
very true,
from time to time, free songwriting advice every once in a while.
Do you give this free songwriting advice?
So my man, don't check the Discord. Chuck Diesel's world is the Discord, obviously. But yeah, my man Benjamin wrote a song, and he was playing out this hook, this turnaround in the chorus, and I was like, I hear something different there. Grabbed the guitar, scribbled down everything in my set list. You know how my set list writing is. And then the dude sent back a video of him singing it. It was beautiful. It was like two beards colliding and stardust. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful moment.
I do not want to rain on your parade, but let's just say you're not the only one helping old Benjamin out with the song.
Yeah, man. Obviously, since it's your songwriter channel, obviously you've been involved also. It's just that it's felt like you were trying to make a point about the fact that you didn't know that I was involved.
I did not. I did not know you were involved. Benjamin's over there just reaching out for help. He's a wise man. He's out there getting some minds.
New chat, hashtag not Bert. Hashtag not Bert. This Bucks and Brews and Burgers and Babes or whatever it is about to explode with not Bertisms.
Anne-Marie says, love a good collab, but even that can't get me in Discord. Fair enough. You don't like Discord?
Yeah, the Discord is like really, it's one of those things where I feel like if you've got a job, you have to be real responsible with Discord, because we could just be up in there doing God knows what. Everybody's in different time zones. Yeah. People are working weird hours with a lot of different types of jobs.
Oh, I be muting that thing sometimes.
Oh man, yeah.
I be doing the whole 8-hour mute and then come back and then catch up. Sometimes it just gets out of control. Or as I like to say, two big burly men communing with the songwriting gods.
It's pretty good. I think we were both wearing tank tops at the time, actually. If you want to go
check that video,
really know what's burly going on. Burl Baller here.
You can't open Discord at work. No. Shoot, I'd be opening that Discord all the time. What's up, Senior Apocalypse? Apocalypsis. Mm-hmm. He just joined our membership last week. Mm-hmm. So glad to have you, brother.
Came in strong, just like found the biggest guy in there, took a swing, some shit talk. It was beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome. Glad to have you here, man. Well, everybody, before we get there, so join the membership. That's the best way to help the channel,
Would it help the channel if I hit the record button?
No, don't worry. I'm just not going to do it. And then also, if you go to bertbyler.com/merch, let me bring this up. We got t-shirts, we got coffee mugs, we got other stuff. A great way to support the channel is to do that. So here's our new t-shirt that we got. It's wrinkly, but it looks great. Thanks to Chuck Diesel's buddy, Ian Hansen. Made a great little design for us. Looks awesome. And if you add Juanita 20, then you get 20% off of anything you buy at the store. So go check that out if that's something that you're into.
Juanita.
We're going to talk about Juanita here in a little bit.
Yeah, we can talk about that guitar solo.
No doubt. We also going to be talking about guitar and maybe.
Guitaring? We talked about guitars a lot and gear a lot last week while you were on your beer run. I don't know if you watched the replay.
I literally got stopped by a train. I
was like, of all the things I never thought I would say on the internet, Proco rat. I mean, come on.
What's up, Batmandy? Glad to have you here. So it is that time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do what we come to do, which is love on music together, talk about why we love it, celebrate amazing musicians. Now, remember, this first song that we're going to check out by the Wood Brothers, the lead singer looks like one person in our community, so I'll let y'all try to guess. Chuck Diesel got it right earlier when he said it. And I think he looks so much like this person. So everybody turn it up. Let's check out The Luckiest Man at the Bing Lounge. And my wife loves the Wood Brothers. These guys are so good. Let's see.
My whole Saturday and Sunday too. Well, I was thinking about ways not to lose. But lay down my weapons is what I've done. Too late to hide, feet too soft to run. And people say I'm the luckiest man. Yeah, they say running as useless and fighting is foolish. You're not gonna win, but still you're the luckiest man you're up against. And too bad you're sick and mysterious forces. What you don't know is you are the luckiest man. You're the luckiest man.
Yeah. All right. Can we talk about
on the telly, wrestle with Jimmy?
Can we just talk about this acoustic guitar? What in the world is all on that thing? Like, can you make any of that out? I mean, maybe he's going to play it later and that makes sense, but like,
I don't know. It seems like it seems so ramshackle. I think there's a pickup system there maybe, because it looks like there's a 1/4 inch plugged into something. I don't see so well at night anymore. This, I think that it's so ramshackle that it's got to be functional and can't be decorative. Certainly not. It's about to do something weird, right?
Has to do something weird because, like, I'm even looking at the headstock. Like, the headstock even looks covered.
Yeah.
So it looks like, and it doesn't have 6 strings on it.
It was like missing.
So it looks like he's not even going to play it like a guitar. I'm like so captivated to know what that thing does. I don't think anybody has guessed correctly who this person looks like. And I will give another hint. This person is currently
in the chat.
In the Twitch chat.
In the chat.
So this lead singer looks like somebody who is currently in the Twitch chat. I'm going to leave it right there. Let's keep listening.
I don't talk to the devil when he calls my name. But sometimes when I'm losing, it all seems the same. And when I fall, I'm back up again. Just a slip on the same mistake and slide right back in. People say I'm the luckiest man. Yeah, they say, running as you said, well, fighting is foolish. You're not gonna win, but still you're the luckiest man you're up against. Too many horses and mysterious forces. What you don't know is you are the luckiest man. You're the luckiest man.
All right, so it's a percussive instrument.
Try to keep my faith and keep my mind.
Preach.
I'd hate to lose either one when the whip cracks behind. Woo. And I can't help but mourn just a little each night. People say everything is gonna be alright. They say I'm the luckiest man. Oh yeah, they say running is useless, fighting is foolish. You're not gonna win, but still you're the luckiest man you're up against. Too many horses and mysterious forces. What you don't know is you are the luckiest man. You're the luckiest man. You're the luckiest man.
Man, the luckiest man.
Man, bass player with those high harmonies was killer. So I guess it was a percussive instrument.
Mm-hmm.
I was not, I mean, that's kind of where my mind was going, because I was like, surely it's not a guitar, because it's missing a string and like there's all of this stuff on it.
And it doesn't seem like the strings can rattle freely, can vibrate freely.
Yeah, so he kind of had that like plate on the top of it, so he got that rat, like when you put
those strings are super tuned down, so they're smacking it.
Right, it's like when you put the beads on a cymbal and it makes that.
So then he's got all these mics, pickups, and shiz all around it to get all that noise.
Yeah.
So good.
So he was multitasking, doing all that stuff. I have listened to their music a little bit because my wife likes them a lot. And live, it was way more vibey than some of the records that I heard. Like, the records I've heard have been so good, but that I felt it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
I just watching the lead singer, I just really felt like I connected with him. And speaking of the lead singer, did anybody guess it right? Did you see anybody?
I don't think so. I don't think anybody called it.
So
Ben tried to pass it off on Cody, just like, yeah, first thing, blame it on Cody. Yep.
Ben always blames stuff on Cody. Now I must
first
start defending Cody all the time.
Listen, I'm just saying, if you put some glasses on this dude and pull that hair back a little bit, and then have him up all night working on a computer listening to this live stream, that looks just like T-Fod to me.
Just like T-Fod.
Just like T-Fod.
Like, what? Yep. How did nobody not get that? Like,
as soon as I saw him, I was like, T-Fod.
As soon as he said it,
been holding out on us, T-Fod.
Hold on, let me get it. All right, here, let's get a good shot if I can find one.
Also, sorry if I downgraded you to a cubicle and you were in the corner office. My bad.
Look. That looks just like T-Fod.
Yep.
But yeah.
So I did not know that the Wood brothers, that the bass player, is his name Christopher?
I don't know any of the names.
I can't remember.
I know a very small amount about these
He
Wood
is
brothers.
the Wood from Medeski, Martin, and Wood.
What?
And my understanding from the little bit of gossip that I absorbed from here and there was that he did a gig with his brother in 2001 and was like, we should be playing together. And that's what they started doing. And I don't know how much. Ooh, Joshy D. Back up to his old tricks. Joshy D, give us all a heads up. How's the new gig going? Let us know what's up.
Yeah, Mr. Promoted Man.
Yeah, new things. But I don't know how much. Medeski, Martin, and Wood is some very legit modern jam jazz.
Yeah.
That's some real playing. He's classically trained. I don't know that he's classically trained. He went to a conservatory and studied jazz bass.
So he bad.
He bad news. And he really, you see, also the other Wood brother, I can't remember these guys' names, but he had a gig playing guitar on the road for some pretty well-known artists, I guess in certain circuits or whatever, but it was like making living as a guitar player, as a musician. And these guys are really, you really see that when somebody who is extremely, like, not just talented, but skilled, has spent years honing the craft, that Mindy,
Bad Mindy.
come on back, Mindy. You realize that it's like, when you hear the way that they play and it sounds so simple, that it's intentional. It's absolutely intentional. It's lending itself to the song. It's lending itself to the story and the atmosphere. And it's one of the reasons that I love this music so much, is like these guys who are just killers step into this role and just like bring so much authenticity and intentionality to it.
And his voice is fantastic. His voice is unique. It's different. And when they sing together, it's just awesome. I would love to hear these guys live. I bet it'd be awesome. A couple of things that I forgot to mention that I meant. This is what happens when you don't write down your set list like I normally do. I shoot from the hip most of the time in life. Tonight it has not worked out. Two things. One, next week, Chucky D, we're doing our first theme night we've done in a long time.
What's the theme gonna be?
I've just been feeling we've been needing a theme night. I threw out a couple of ideas to the Diesel. The Diesel shot down my ideas and came up with the idea. What are we jamming to next week, Chucky D?
Honky tonk.
It's honky tonk night, ladies and gentlemen.
I already got a beer.
We gonna get wild. Mm-hmm. We gonna listen to some fun songs. There will be no gut punch songs. There will be no serious songs. Mm-mm. We want to have just a fun, not get into our feels, only our happy feels.
Our happy feels. We're going to get all up in those happy feels.
We're going to get into happy feels. And so Discord folks, Facebook folks, everybody, honky tonk jamming bangers next week. All right. So let your stream suggestions be honky tonk songs and any suggestions that you might have.
This means we're calling for a night of celebration 1 week from tonight.
Oh, yes.
And not sad honky tonkin'.
No.
There's no tear in my beer. We're talking about honky tonkin', honky tonkin'.
There's going to be a lot of dancing on this back wall. I'm going to be banging that back wall. And so, yeah, we're going to get to honky tonk. By the way, Josh D says, stressful. I'll figure it out, but I'm used to doing the work, not telling people to do. Man, moving into that management role is a different game, brother.
Yeah. Here's some unsolicited advice. Research how to become a better leader, a better manager of people. Learn how to motivate people without having to use, the stick. Learn how to use the carrot and not bribe them. But, learn how to make people care about their job and what they're doing and invest in what they're doing there together. That's the way Bert keeps me around. He pays me nothing. Just good leader, man. Good manager.
Next week is my Super Bowl, says Cody.
Here's the thing. Cody has he's just got a lead-lined exterior. We have thrown so much shade at Cody over the past month or two that it's been since he was openly accused of being Canadian by multiple people. And I think Morningstar started a pile on.
He did call himself Cody Canada in the Discord.
And it was glorious. And can I just tell you, my vote is for Cody to be the villain because I think he's the only one who, one, can take it, and two, is actually hilarious enough to play the villain in a way that I love for the villain to be played. So
Cody,
I'll never say this again, but I love you, but never again.
Cody, I'm gonna say this, and I'm only gonna say it one time. There's not many folks that I believe that can keep up with Chuck Diesel's wit and humor and intelligence, and you do that.
Cody smokes me a lot. For sure.
You totally do that. If you lived in Clinton, Mississippi, you might be sitting in that chair.
This might be a 3-person show, actually.
Actually, we got to
figure out. Or still be a 2-person show just without me.
We got to figure out what we could do to get Cody on the line, because I bet his commentary would be hilarious.
Oh man!
But yeah, love you, Cody. And then so next week, honky tonk. Everybody get your fun songs in. I might even dress up a little bit. I don't know. I might dress up.
I might have a honky tonk shirt left I could put on.
There's got to be one hanging around here somewhere.
Let's see.
And then the second thing, LaPot. Yeah, the second thing, Tyler, send me a Discord message with that song that you recommended last week that the link didn't show up in your donation. So message me that song. We'll listen to that here in a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those were the only two things.
Also, we've been talking about this a lot in the Discord, and I just kind of want to get into it. Can I recommend strongly, with, I think, a good bit of support, Ted Lasso?
How have I not watched Ted Lasso? I have, because I bought my cell phone. I've got the Apple, what's it called, TV Plus?
Apple TV Plus, yeah.
I have that.
I'm not here to shill for Apple, but I'll tell you, man, this show is like... it's like this podcast is for fans of this show who also like Americana music. That's how much I like this show.
I feel like it should be my show, and I know Sean loves it too.
Yeah.
I just don't watch a lot of TV, and so I just got to do it.
Yeah. I think Morningstar's talking shit to me, but I can't figure it out. Says the man who gave me hell for compliments that involved money, Chuck. Yeah, I don't remember. I say a lot of stuff. Smitty, who has been in the Discord.
By the way, you now have a mouse. Remember?
Oh yeah,
you could do this thing.
Nah, man. So Smitty,
I finally set him up a mouse so he could click these comments, and he just
so
literally
far away.
went, nah.
Yeah,
nah.
I give Bert a real hard talent vibe. Sorry, vibe talent. I give him I don't even want to think about what a vibe talent is. But, yeah, Smitty, Jason Sudeikis, you right, and your spelling is not so very off, just a little bit off.
Is it?
Yeah, but who cares? We all know what we're talking about in here. I mean, come on, they don't even speak English in the compound here. We all understand each other.
The help, right?
Yep. T-Fod is talking about Robert Lupa wrote a great management book. It was called Management Through Guilt, Intimidation, Bribery, and Other Uncensored Tactics. Even has tests after each chapter. You know what? I think you would go ahead and get comfortable with the fact that leadership is manipulation, especially in a business environment. And sometimes you don't have to be... Sometimes your goal is not to be as authentic with your people as it is to get the job done and take care of your people. So sometimes, being their friend or cutting them slack when they shouldn't get any slack is not really a favor to them. So it's about manipulation of people. I mean, it's kind of what therapy is. It's kind of what a lot of relationships are. I mean,
I wouldn't know about therapy, but yeah.
Still not therapized?
That therapist has not called me back. I've left 2 voicemails. I got to find a new therapist. This lady don't want to talk to me.
I'll tell you this. If I can quote a line from Ted Lasso.
Please.
All people are different people. Call another therapist, man.
I gotta say this show.
How many therapists are there?
Man, I finally took that step. Mm-hmm. Then I got shit on. It's okay.
Yeah.
There's worse things out there.
Well, look, you can step out to do something strong, and I mean, if the first step you take is into a pile of shit, you can't quit, you know? Then all you're going to do is be back where you started with shit on your shoe.
Well, good luck to you, Jess, man. New job will be better title, more money. Hey, ain't nobody mad about either one of those things.
Let us know how it goes. Keep us updated.
All right.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All righty. So the next song that we are going to be listening to is by the great folks at Western AF. I tried to DM and ask them a question about the microphones they use. They did not respond to me. They don't know who I am. But we're gonna.
That sounds so Kanye.
I tried.
Do not know who I am.
I know. I was saying it like not as in I'm awesome. It was in
obviously they do not know who I am.
The funny thing that happens on this YouTube channel and Twitch stuff is that y'all think I have connections with anybody. I don't know these people. Zach Bryan has tweeted me twice. That does not mean that he knows who I like. We don't talk. What's up, Renegale? So I tried to ask them, like, what kind of microphones do y'all use? Because I'm really interested in trying to record cover songs in an outside environment like they do. So I'm kind of doing some research on what kind of gear to use.
Whoa,
LaPaz,
TLP, way to go.
LaPaz, you didn't have to donate. I just said, send me a message.
We might have to break the rule and
with the one.
There might be another message in the Discord we didn't check.
It might be. Y'all let LaPage know. I'll refund him. But maybe the Western AF and the therapist in Mississippi are in the same club. Yeah, ain't nobody want to talk to me, Cody. I'm just trying to have nice conversations with people, and nobody wants to talk to me. But musician folks, what y'all have suggestions on microphones or audio recorders to use in an outside environment? I've been looking at like the Zoom H4 and stuff like that. But let me know, because obviously we have great gear here in studio that we can record great audio, but I don't have any great gear that I can just walk around with, because the Shure MV88 that I use on my cell phone kind of sucks. I'm going to be making a video about that soon. But yeah, let's check out The Poplar Tree by Mr. Charley Crockett by the good folks at Western AF, even though they don't respond to my message. I'm excited about hearing this song. Everybody turn it up. All right, there's an answer to my question. We got a lavalier. Interesting. Interesting.
I'm holding my head up. I'm not gonna cry or tell them I need her and that without her I would die. I'm not gonna argue. They won't listen to me. I'm just gonna stay right here under the poplar tree.
Come on.
Let me tell you a story. It happened this way. It was born out of longing in a man that's gone astray. I've been to the valley in the shadow of death. I've crossed many rivers wearing a scar on my chest. can I outrun this heartache? A man he sure can try. I gave my all to that woman, then she turned around and said goodbye. I was in a high...
What's that pause, man? And the way that he just stares at the camera.
I swear, like right in the background, there was like, ooh. It was like, back it up, there's like a whip in the background or something.
Is there? Let's check it out.
It was like, yeah.
I did not hear anything.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Hold on. Let me just talk to Lepage. I think he's having a cell phone issue. Lepage, send me a message with your request from last week, and I can refund you.
Or we can do 2 TLP songs.
Or we can do 2 TLP. Yeah, I was just trying to tell you that, like, because the donation that you had last week didn't have a link, we couldn't do it last week.
Yeah. Cowboy says, son of Davy. No, this is not Davy Crockett's son. There's a math problem there. I don't know how math works either, so I just know that it's not, because it's Crockett's son for Miami Vice, obviously. That math lines up a little bit better. You want to talk about this guy a little bit?
Yeah.
This dude looks like the sheriff in so many movies.
He does.
The way he sits.
He's kind of ripped, too.
He looks like a guy that has never played a guitar above the 3rd fret. You know why? Because he doesn't fucking have to. And he's got some serious juju on his chest.
Although he has a capo on. He has a capo.
Look, man, some guys, you don't tell them their flies unzip. You know what I'm saying? So, this is Charley Crockett. His name's misspelled by whoever named him, but 10 albums in 6 years.
What?
The guy is prolific.
Full-length album.
Yes. 10 full-length albums in 6 years, and they apparently, from the reviews I've read, sound very different to each other. That so much so that they're saying which Charley Crockett are you talking about? When you talk about Charley Crockett. So we gotta go ahead and put this guy in the tally territory of Texas.
Texas, man.
Super South Texas, San Benito on the Rio Grande. This dude started his musical career freestyle rapping on the streets of New Orleans, and then took it to New York City to busk as a rapper and then a musician.
Wow.
And everything he does is super DIY. Like, he doesn't go big. He wants to do it himself. He does it on the road. He's conceptual about his content, be it videos or the albums that he does. He is just out there doing the work of turning out his creative work. It's amazing. I think we talk a lot about being DIY guys. As like DIYers ourselves, like I really gotta say, like, game, respect, game. This dude does it. He's very DIY.
That's so cool. Josh says the guy's surviving heart disease.
Yeah, he has had open heart surgery. Yeah.
Smitty, that's why we're gonna get the Lambo with all of the knowledge.
Ice cream Lambo.
With the book. And the knowledge, guys. That's what we bring here. It's actually what Chuck brings. I don't bring any knowledge about anything. But we love a DIY guy. I'm independent till I die. Would never sign a record deal if they paid me all the money, which nobody's ever tried. So,
hold on. Do we want to put an asterisk by that? What if they paid you a little bit of money and gave you creative control?
No.
You don't want to sign a record deal for distribution of your product?
No.
We have a parting of the ways here on
Why?
Americana Addicts Live. I would, if somebody signed me to their label, they were going to pay to make my album, and they were going to front the money to distribute it, and they gave me full creative control. What? That's just them distributing for me.
Because the deals that record labels always sign are terrible for artists.
Not always.
99.9% of the time.
True. I'm just saying that.
I'm just saying
0.1% could be your boy Chuck D. Hit me up, Capital.
I'm just saying the road that I'm trying to plow is where I do everything myself. I have enough money to pay for things myself, and I don't need anybody else. The internet has changed that. I don't need them. There is somebody I would until the check is cut. I mean, you say that, but we're growing something here that hopefully I won't need anybody. I need y'all. Yes, Cyber Cowboy.
Yeah.
Cutting out the
middleman.
But I don't need other people to front me or to do things that I can do myself. Cody says, is this Chuck getting back into music? You want to have this conversation?
We're not there yet. We'll probably talk about religion first.
We ain't talking about religion first. Problem with talking about religion first, I've got to talk about religion with my parents before I talk about religion in front of the internet. And that, LaPaz, I feel like you'd get ripped off, Chuck, if they do all the work, they get all the checks.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. They're not banging down my door anyway. Look, I was playing a little bit of guitar over the weekend, singing. I was telling Bert, working on a few covers I might do for you guys one time, but nobody's banging down my door except the police because the little old ladies in the neighborhood said it sounds like somebody was murdering cats. Oh.
All right,
I know where you live, Brenda.
Let's get back to this Crockett song before we go off the rails.
I was in a high desert. Del City was a town. That's when my luck turned south. This old boy started showing out. He killed the clerk and a young girl who was only standing there. He looked at me real peculiar with the bullets flying through the air. I lit out in a hurry. He went out in a hearse. Heartbroken and wanted. Couldn't tell you which one of them is worse. He must have been real important, 'cause his posse caught up to me. I was holding my head up when they hung me from a poplar tree. Yes, they hung me from the poplar tree.
Man, that guy's good.
I dig it, man. It's definitely different than a lot of stuff that we typically used to when we talk about dynamics, and it's just
It's like a
3 chords in the gospel, man.
It's got almost no dynamics.
0 dynamics.
Y'all check out the album cover for his Music City album. It's could you pull it up? His Charley Crockett Music City. It's a really cool album cover that actually looks exactly like what he sounds like. Kind of reminds me a little bit of some. It's just very square-jawed, straight-laced. There is that third one there, right?
The third one,
or the other one's actually better. Yeah. That
let's see.
It's just such a good classic throwback album cover, right?
Music City, USA.
And you can't really tell in this resolution. I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but it actually is a little. It's like the photography is done on film. It's just done so well.
Well, I remember he had a video that he released not too long ago that was like really cool looking, like very vintage.
Yeah.
style.
Yeah, I think this guy's got a whole thing. The whole thing all
He's got a vibe,
goes
man.
together. Yeah, absolutely. For sure. Now, you know, it's not, I'm not necessarily saying I like this real, you know, I mean, I'm not, it's just, I'm not saying I really like this, like, square jawed, just real standard type thing. I do like it to be a little bit weirder and a little bit funkier for sure, but I just got so much respect for the variety of different things that he does. That song, you know, I think was great, but it just was really like a kind of a clenched jaw, old country song, right? I feel like there's probably so much material that we, as like people who seek out good music, could probably find of his and find so much. I'm super excited to dig into some Charley Crockett and see what else he got going on. And soon we're going to talk about Ronnie.
I think it's time to talk about Ronnie.
Is it time to talk about Ronnie?
So,
all right, here it is.
in our Discord and all of these places, let me just start from the top. So tonight we are going to have a deep dive conversation about who, as Chuck likes to call him,
Your cool older brother Ronnie.
your cool older brother Ronnie. Now we are going to deep dive the ballad of Dude and Juanita. I told all of our members in our membership that this week we were going to be talking about what we felt about this album, how it affected us, what we liked, maybe what we didn't like, and we've got our resident Sturgill Simpson historian here to bring us all of the important details. Chucky D, let's just get into it. How'd you feel about it, man?
You know, I am one to rock the boat, and I am one to cause a scene, and I think I want to do that in this scenario, and I want to throw it straight to the fans, straight to the community, to all the Simpsons out there. What do you guys think? Is this his last album? Do you think this is happening? Do you think this is it? Do you think this is the 5? You know, if you've done your research.
If you know, you know.
If you know, you know. If you've done your research, Sturgill said while in an interview after he had busked outside of the CMA Awards, he laid out his whole concept for the character that is Sturgill Simpson and what the albums will be and the stages of life that they will represent. And he said he's going to do 5 albums. So, is this it? I want to hear what y'all think about it, because this is only it if we count some cutting grass. I think, is my math right? It's
No, those don't count.
It's like the Rocky Top Mountain, whatever it is. I can't remember. Meta Modern Sounds, Sailor's Guide to Earth,
Fury,
Sound and Fury, and then so those don't count.
Yeah,
if those count, we'd be over.
Cutting grass
Cutting
doesn't
grass
count.
is just coverage. Right?
There's 5 without
All right, so
counting cutting grass.
we're at 5, right? We're at 5, and he said that the 5th album is going to be about absolution.
There's no way. All right, because he's too young. What are we talking? Low 30s, mid 30s?
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the thing. It might just be the end of Sturgill Simpson. That might not be the end of what he does in music.
He's got 30 more years, hopefully, or 40 more years.
Yeah, to do whatever. But the dude deletes his social media accounts every 2 weeks. I mean, he doesn't give a shit about what he's supposed to do. They're gonna be like, how are you gonna be successful without using your name? He's gonna be like, we'll build a new name. You know?
I think, all right, let's just start with a little context. One, we are talking about this album in the context of being Sturgill fans.
Mm-hmm.
We love Sturgill. I think he is just the best of us intellectually, musically, in so many ways. So just, if you're looking for a non-biased review, this is not it.
Nope.
We love Sturgill.
I'm telling you right now to go buy his T-shirts. He's got rad merch. Go buy his T-shirts.
I didn't
It's
know
so
that.
cool.
I didn't know that.
He's got a shirt that says, "Who the fuck is Sturgill Simpson?"
Yeah, I love that.
You know?
So just know that we are coming from a place of loving Sturgill. And all right, so let's just talk about the absolution thing first. absolution thing for a second. If you didn't watch that video, there's a video of him where he's busking in front of the CMAs when he wasn't even nominated for anything, and the year before he had won awards. And he talks about how his 5th album is going to be about absolution. So now that you've listened to the record, how do you feel like this album has to do with absolution?
I don't get it.
I don't either. Okay, I don't
get it.
How does so we knew we were going to do this video. I really racked my brain around how does this album tell the story of absolution, and I never heard it.
I mean, I feel like it's more of a, if anything, it's more like a homecoming album, which maybe that's what Absolution is, because it's, the first album to be so rootsy.
Yeah.
And then this to be so rootsy in like a historical
Traditional
sense,
way.
And for those of you who don't know, a technical definition of absolution.
So I just Googled it because that's how we roll around here. Absolution is an ecclesiastical declaration of forgiveness of sins.
Now, the reason we choose to use that definition is because he has specifically stated that the concept of this is from a Western and Christian concept
Right.
of absolution, or of the life cycle, like the stages of life.
I didn't feel the declaration of forgiveness of sins in any part of this record.
The only thing that I can think of, and this might be a reach or it might just be Ronnie being Ronnie, y'all know what I'm talking about, but like, it is such an old-fashioned Davy Crockett kind of story that it feels a little bit like a return to innocence. For example, spoilers for those of you who don't know the story.
Lots of spoilers.
One of the main plot points is that an Irish bandit abducts an outlaw. Seamus abducts Juanita and rides off and shoots old dude, and old dude chases him. There's no mention of Juanita being brutalized or anything like that. It's very, when he is reunited with Juanita, there's no mention of any of the gritty stuff that we would see in a film right now about that time period, about that same thing. And I feel like, he doesn't, for anybody who watches a lot of action or a lot of revenge flicks or anything like that, it's not a particularly gruesome death at the end. It's, it's a shooting, and then he was playing possum and thought he would get him, and then he killed him with the tomahawk. There's a little bit of like savagery at the beginning when they're defining the character and talking about how his father raised him basically to take a scalp. His grandfather taught him how to take a scalp. Kind of a product of the times, but it doesn't get real gritty. It's a very simple story.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that return to innocence is maybe the absolution that he's talking about. Maybe that's a shot in the dark. I would like to point out that I sip enough to have a Modelo sponsorship if anybody's thinking about it. So take my words with a grain of salt.
Working on it. So LaPage has a great point that I think makes sense. If I had to throw something out, I'd say it's the outlaw finishing his last fight to live a life of contentment. And Morningstar kind of comes up with the same thing.
Yeah.
One man's journey from rough and violent to falling in love and finding his softer side and being saved by his love for Juanita. That's
right.
Absolution if I ever saw it. So Absolution is supposed to be the release from guilt or punishment or forgiveness of sins, and I just didn't feel like he was renouncing this old life. I don't know. I just didn't.
Well, also the concept that that Sound and Fury is supposed to be hell. That is supposed to be sin and hell by his definition of the concept. Then it's hard to follow from Sound and Fury to here. So I think maybe Ronnie was just fucking with us and got us good. You know, Ronnie, he's the old devil, man. You got to watch out for him.
And another thing is, I also think that he's so intelligent. He would explain it to us, and we'd be like,
Yeah. He would, or you guys just totally missed it.
Okay, so let's get into the album. And outside of the philosophical ideas of the album, one of my favorite things is how much of a badass dude is. Like, the same way that I think about Ronnie, I think about dude. Like, there's just so many parts in the song where I was like, man, dude, he's bad. He's real bad. Because, like, when my grandfather watches Westerns, and I used to all the time, I'd watch Westerns with my grandfather. And the same way that he talks about the hero of the story or the villain in the story, I just felt that same way about listening to Dude. And just that feeling of, man, Dude is amazing. He's a badass. He's incredible. And it just brought me back to sitting on a couch by my grandfather watching Tombstone or watching any old Western. And it was so cool to experience an audio version of that feeling, you know, if that makes any sense.
I'd also like to say, since we're talking about the concept of absolution a moment ago, and I'm about to mention this quote, I do want to say I've noticed in the Discord, in the chat, how many people have asked that we not talk about religion. Yeah. And I respect that. I'm listening to that. I hear you guys. I understand the desire for this to be a place where people can escape drama, and I dig that. We'll talk about it. Bert and I are going to keep discussing important things about what this channel will be and all that stuff, but I want you guys to know that y'all are heard on that. We hear you.
Yeah.
And I also want to say that he's harder than the nails hammered Jesus' hands is one of the most hardcore lyrics. There was a song a few years ago. What was I thinking? That country song.
Yeah.
And it said something's daddy, so and so's daddy. He's like, so and so's daddy had a heart like a 9-pound hammer, born and raised in South Alabama. Maybe even did a little time in the Slammer.
Yeah.
What was I thinking? That's just such a crucial.
Yeah.
Like a heart like a 9-pound hammer, and like harder than the nails hammered Jesus' hands. Such a good metaphor. Such a strong metaphor. I love it. Love it.
Okay, so favorite song.
I'm probably on.
Which we got some answers in here already. So Benjamin said Sam was his fave.
That's a
LaPaz said
heart
he
record.
cried listening to Sam. I think that's only so what is y'all's favorite song? We're going to talk about ours here in a second. But you know, what was if you had to pick one?
I like Shamrock. I think it was called Shamrock,
You
right?
like the old horse.
Yeah. I liked the way that sonically moved. One in the saddle, one in the ground was a good, just like.
That was such a killer lyric.
That's kind of like a good.
Killer.
That's a good theme for the album, I feel like. But I like. So this is what I felt when I listen to Cutting Grass. I'm like, these are mostly Sturgill songs covered by Sturgill in a bluegrass fashion, and I dig them because of that, but I don't feel a lot of movement there. You know, we talk about dynamics. We talked in the Discord about chord dynamics and how you can carry people through a thing. A lot of times when I hear bluegrass, it doesn't carry me that much dynamically.
Yeah.
And I was a little bit worried that this being all the same musicians, there would be kind of this monotone feel that, like, no, hey, this is just how bluegrass is when it's classically done. This kind of this monotonous like feel that it has, that Cutting Grass had at sometimes. It was very much not that, because of like conceptual things like Shamrock, because of Juanita, and just like the way that they used a variety of different sounds to tell the story, especially in Shamrock, of the chase and the you know, and just all, and how sonically different that was, and the fiddle making donkey noises at the end. OMJ, y'all, it was a bop.
So y'all let us know in the comments what was your favorite song. I'm gonna have to go. All right. So I got 3. Sam, Juanita, and Old Dude Part 2. Mm-hmm. I'm probably gonna stick with Old Dude Part 2 because first off, getting immersed in an album like this is the first time that I've been really immersed in an album as much as this. Where, you know, when you intently listen to something, to where, you know, we listen to a lot of music on this stream, and it's hard to like focus for a long time. But like I sat down in my studio, put my headphones on, turned everything else off, had a cold daddy, and just listened. And that feeling when you get to Old Dude Part 2, and then he just talks about how badass he is, like, it just felt so good. There were so many lyrics in there that I was just like, so I would have to throw down for Old Dude Part 2. LaPie says Willie was on Juanita. Yeah, you could feel Willie
very much
all over it when he played that.
That guitar has such a distinctive sound that he hits that one note. It's like blam 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 blam, you know, and his vibrato, and it's all, you know, that just, he puts fingers on it, and the guitar just sings to all the girls.
You got some more Shamrock fans in here with you.
Yeah. Snapback. I think it was like, I think it was a good. It talks about the mule being a badass, you know, kind of where a dude talked about, you know, and it, you know, I just liked vocally. I liked vocally that they did so much on this album, including a lot of like really low singing. Bert and I got real low voices, so I like it whenever somebody's bringing the low part. I love that so
what
much.
was the name of the song where he doubled the vocals? Was that?
I think he doubles the vocals on Shamrock.
Shamrock was it? Yeah. It just felt like such a different turn. Mm-hmm. I felt like that was the one song that was traditional, but he put that like creative Sturgill vibe on it.
Yeah,
you know?
and you could have made an album about all this stuff that wasn't nearly as creative or experimental as it was. It wasn't nearly as outside the box. You could have made a very white bread, like the most white bread Nickel Creek material type album, and been like, this is about an old Kentucky man hunting down his wife who was stolen, you know, and like, but this dude he made bold choices, and it sonically affected the album. I'm just telling y'all, man, Ronnie's the coolest. He's just the coolest.
Uncle Ronnie. Brother Ronnie.
Brother Ronnie.
So Morningstar wants me to get his comment in.
All right,
there.
here we go.
This album either took months to complete and polish to the high mirror shine it has, or was put together in a week and was all feel. I mean, every word seems so intentionally picked, given it's so little of them. Yep.
That's a good point.
It was a little too bluegrassy for my blood, but I enjoyed it for the super tight writing, no waste of space, and thematic quality of the story. So Old Dude 2, Juanita and Sam. Hey, me too, man.
Yep.
All right. So the next question that I have is, what was your favorite lyric? I think there's a couple that are already floating around. Let's see. I just saw it. One on the ground is worth 3 in the saddle.
Yep.
Is hell of a lyric. Mm-hmm. The lyric about the nails, as tough as nails in Jesus' hands. Mm-hmm. Hell of a lyric. There was one other. What was the line about dude being like the line about not fearing beasts nor
feared neither beast nor man or something like that.
That whole like there was like a section where it was just talking about how badass of a guy Old Dude was that I was like loving the lyrics. So what was your favorite? What was your favorite lyric?
I think I jumped the gun.
You did throw it out there.
I did. I think the nails hammer Jesus hand is it's just such a bold lyric. And it sounds like something the old timers would say. Like, the old dude who, like, one time I knew this country guy who said, "Oh, Bill, man, if he has one beer, he is the drunkest son-bitch up in that place." And like just that kind of weird old talk that oh, he harder than the nails hammered Jesus' hands, It was such good. I love those old metaphors, I mean, I just found out the other day that, and I'm not going to tell that story. They'd probably get Bert fired. Anyway.
Tell me.
Next time on Let's Get Bert Fired.
Cody's got a great lyric here. You want to check
it out? Yeah.
A great comment.
I just got back after dinner, blah, blah, blah. Period correct nomenclature. He talks about Shamrock having 4 socks on all feet. It's a badass trait. It'd be a flashy mule since they don't get their markings from the horse side of the breeding. So I love the fact that we have people here who can just like bring the knowledge and bring the action. Like, I think it's just really cool that we have people that know so much stuff about stuff that we don't. And that we can have people like Cody, who is very knowledgeable about many things. God, why am I being so nice to this guy?
I love
very knowledgeable
Cody,
about many things, sharing his stuff with us. Cody been up in that Discord giving us advice on what to do with his garage.
We're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
About to earn himself a credit card points trip down here.
I
Keep
got him.
throwing out this free labors.
I got him. Let's see. Chuck, do I have the video for you on old man sayings? Old time metaphor, hotter than 2 old gray squirrels getting it on in a wool sock.
Yep. That's a good one. Yep.
Give
us some more of those sayings y'all got.
Later in the album, he talks about an iron ball for his rifle. I'm not positive that would have been period correct.
Do we have a firm date for this?
So it says he was born in
1829, of course, right?
1929.
Can't be 1929.
Yeah.
No way. He was scalping people. What do you guys think? 1829, 1929? Somebody stole his wife.
I thought it said 19. Did it not say 19?
I think it said born in 29.
1829.
Yeah, born in 29. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I hate to look at this. They're about to foul on your ass, man. This is like that time. Okay, so look, back in the day, we played in a country band, right? Have I told this story about your hat?
I don't know.
Bert goes to the boot store to buy a black cowboy hat because he wants that black hat, wants that Garth hat, right?
It's sexy.
And it has a logo on the side of it that says PBR. And Bert goes, professional bull racing. Yeah. Serious as can be. Serious as can be. Professional bull racing.
You're going to say your classic line about church?
What is my classic line about church?
That you can't ever not.
You can never stop being from church.
Never stop. I mean, I grew up.
You can never stop being from church.
I grew up listening to like Christian music, man. Y'all got to leave me alone.
I know. I cannot run a trot line, but I know all the Amy Grant lyrics.
Dude, I can sing all the Christian songs. Yeah. They used to pay me a lot of money. Sometimes I regret not letting them pay me all the money anymore.
These old boys are getting into it here. TLP, I think a lot of guys still shot smooth bore balls because the rifle barrels were expensive. Look at these guys knowing their stuff. You guys get off of this on subject material. Let's talk about Amy Grant.
Is an iron ball.
Colder than a witch's. Are we on the same one? Nope. All right.
We can do that with
Colder than a witch's nipple, wearing a brass bra, doing push-ups in the snow is one I've heard from my dad. Renegale, your dad's pretty cool to share that stuff with you. I hope you all have a good relationship. I think when dude was old enough to be shooting rifles, he'd have been in an era with both.
Ben James says mini ball didn't come out till mid 1800s, just before the Civil War. Yeah, they all talk about stuff, man. Y'all, if y'all need me to help you with your YouTube channels, we can talk about that. But
my father's eyes. It's Amy Grant.
So all right, so we've got our favorite songs. Preach. That was perfect time.
Nailed it.
We got our favorite songs. Got our favorite lyrics. We talked about how badass dude is, how amazing Sturgill is. You got any final thoughts that you'd like to throw down?
I could have done with 58 minutes of this album. 28 was a little short for me, and in fact,
it was short.
I'm surprised to say that because when my initial expectation was that this would be very standard bluegrass. And I feel like the reason I like Cutting Grass so much is not because it's bluegrass, it's because they're Sturgill songs, really.
Yeah.
And I love that, man. I just love the recipe of what he knows. He's got great songs. He's like, let's do them bluegrass style, and I just have fun with it. I'd probably listen to the hip hop album that he did of his music, you know? But
he did rock.
He did rock. Man, Ronnie making the bases. He'd round the bases. About to be that collaboration with a Tupac hologram is going to be his piece de resistance.
So my final sayings on the album was I thought it was really cool. It really took me back to an era that I don't know anything about that was fun to learn about. It didn't own me. It didn't rule me like some other albums did. I think just the fact that it's bluegrass, I struggled to really let it affect me. Like I just don't feel as much for bluegrass songs as I do for other styles of music. So that was always going to be difficult for me. But the storytelling was just fantastic. I literally felt like I was watching a Western without watching anything. And this is the best compliment I can give. It made me feel like I was sitting in a chair beside my papaw watching an old Western and him like enjoying it, and therefore I enjoyed it. And so I thought it was great, man. I thought it was super good.
And we love a hero. Old dude's a hero. He biting down on that bark to keep the pain at bay while he rode for God knows how long.
That line about how when he got shot and then he woke up with Sam had already cleaned his wound and the bullet had already gone through. I was like, that is the most badass thing ever. Like, just imagine if I woke up with a gunshot wound, I ain't going riding on no horses. I ain't going to doing nothing except laying in a bed for like a month.
I'll be honest with y'all. I probably would decide not to wake up from it.
Yeah, just let her.
At this point, I can do probably 2 sit-ups right now. I don't know if I could sit up after I've been shot.
Yeah, this ain't no way.
Nah.
Well, this was the first time that we've ever done a deep dive of an album. Now, credit to Cody. We'll give another compliment to Cody that this was Cody's idea. How do y'all feel about it? Think it's a good idea on the stream? Bad idea? I'm going to try to upload a video of this on YouTube. But I think this could be something cool that we could do. Whenever there's like an album where we're all like, man, let's listen to this album. Kind of like book club. So first question, do you like this kind of thing? Is it cool idea on the stream? Did you enjoy it? And then number 2, what's the next album that we should deep dive on?
It doesn't have to be a new release. It doesn't have to be recent. It's just something that, and I'll tell you this, probably we'll make decisions on that over here based on like kind of what we want to do with it. But I'm down, you know.
Yeah, Batman says it's a great segment, but not to do every week. I agree. Yeah,
Right.
We don't want to do every week. Great idea. Awesome. Oops.
Arguably okay. Man, Renegale just coming through with it tonight.
Is that how you say comments about Renegale?
Guys, it's arguably okay. The fryer.
So we got a Riley Way suggestion. What album, Capo? What album you talking about? It's a cool idea depending on the album. Yeah, I feel like it's got to be an album that is profound and deep where you could have deep conversations about it. Not just like, I love this song, but like albums that have conversation topics.
Now, here's an interesting thing. Apparently, Senor, we have been mispronouncing the name. It's Call Me Senor, I Have a Penis. Have we been pronouncing it wrong? Is that how it's pronounced?
Now it's what's real.
Senor, I have a penis.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
We will start pronouncing it Senor, I Have a Penis from now. Even though it does look like apocalypses.
We
think Senor, I Have a Penis.
Support.
We're here for.
We love everybody.
However you want your name pronounced.
You tell us how you want to be called. No, I see. That's the cool thing about being the boss of your own channel. I'm not going to put that comment up there. Senor, I have a penis, man.
Senor,
it's so great to have you here.
Yep. Welcome to the club. Welcome to the party, pal. The only person that we've ever let not tell us how their name is Tyler Lapage.
Yeah,
he can never tell us how his name is.
You decided that very early.
Lapage.
A
French trapper.
All right, so we got Purgatory by Childers. We've got Tell the Devil I'm Getting There as Fast as I Can. Still holding down the token. You're the only one.
Yep.
Let me just tell you, Anne-Marie, I don't think it's going to get a lot better. I mean, there might be another one, but it's going to be slim pickings.
I think we all agree that Anne-Marie is not here because things are so cool. Anne-Marie's here because she's so cool.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, there was a time where I was just uploading a ton of videos because I wanted to do more female artists. I wanted to do more artists of color. I wanted to do more LGBT plus art, so many different things. Problem is, nobody watches those videos on YouTube. And when nobody watches your videos on YouTube, it brings down the rest of the videos. So we're having to make some changes. I'm trying to do the best I can. But the next song that we're going to get into is Lucero, Drink Till We're Gone, live at Ace's Basement. This is Lapage's recommendation from last week.
I knew the TLP loved some Lucero. I already knew this, but I could have called it if I didn't know it.
Makes sense, right?
With this dude, you know what, TLP, this week you and I are gonna swap some recs. I got some stuff when I used to listen to some really dark stuff. I think you're gonna dig, man. We're gonna swap some recs this week.
All right, so everybody turn.
He's speaking French over in the chat. He's like, baguette croissant.
All right.
Oui, oui.
Here we go.
We've done the stripper songs, and we've done the BMX songs. Let's do the drinking songs.
Come on now.
I knew Cody loved these guys too. It's always dangerous to turn up a Lucero song too loud too early.
It could get wild real quick.
Life is short.
Come on.
Classic Lucero.
Girls that pretty while you can. 'Cause one day they're gone. All you got left is some empty bottles and old country song plays on and on. Wasted my time with these cigarettes. Out of these ashes, all I got left. Watch this old town, there's nothing left for me. Wash downstream into the sea. 'Cause this big old river is gonna kill us anytime. Drink as well and cheap beer and wine. We can drink just as fast as that river is strong. And drink till we're gone. Life is short, in spite of your plans. So tell them girls that they're pretty while you can. 'Cause one day they're gone. Oh, you got love, some empty balls and no country song Drink till we're gone. Thank you.
All right, so I haven't listened to a ton of Lucero, but they feel like
The
that
Replacements playing country music. It's what it feels like to me. That's why I love it so much.
emo bands,
Yeah. Or punk
guys
bands,
that
yeah.
used to play in like emo kind of rock bands,
Post-punk stuff.
that got into more of like alt country kind of vibe.
It's a little bit of shoegaze in there, long jammy chords.
Yeah.
Like big chord noises.
Massive distorted guitars.
And I mean, it's clear that Lucero's goal here is not to present the most refined product. The guitars are out of tune.
Yeah.
There's almost no production when it comes to the mixing of this. It's very raw. They want it that way because that's their sound, and because that's how they've been cranking out their sound since Obi-Wan Kenobi was a little boy.
Yeah. They're very much a southern rock punk band.
Yeah, that is, and that's a big thing in our local scene for a long time. Well, not as much, but when Lucero was maybe in their heyday around here, there was a lot of just dirty southern punk country bands.
Yeah.
So good.
Cody says we should check out Last Pale Light in the West because it was written to mirror the plot of Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy.
And then we got to read
like,
Cormac McCarthy, man. Come on.
that sounds like a pretty deep dive.
That was a super deep dive.
Like
We might
Skinner on skateboards. That's a great point.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. Not so much cowpunk, though.
Josh D ain't feeling it.
Senor, I have a penis. I don't know how to pronounce. I'm still not pronouncing it properly.
That's exactly how it's supposed to be pronounced.
Speaking of which, Benjamin, where is Dulaney? Dulaney, how about, here's another thing I want to brag about that you get access to at bertbyler.com/join, is access to a chat in the Americana Addicts for content creators, which includes the aforementioned songwriting collaborations that multiple members of the Discord have with each other, with us sometimes, but also where folks like Benjamin and Delaney and company have been sharing their own music. And Delaney and company is just,
He bad.
they legit.
He bad.
I mean, that song, what was the name of that song? Gosh, that song was so good. The last one that they posted.
I hadn't listened to it because I
man.
want to do the community musician stream, which we're going to do soon.
Yeah. Got you. Man, I mean, it was some really, really inspiring stuff sonically, like the kind of the chord structure that was used. Catch me every day for an extended guitar jam play out over a great chord structure, and that's what the dude did, and threw out some super jazzy licks. I loved it so much.
All the good things going on. Yeah. Man.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
I mean,
gosh.
I dig it. Like, I like the,
A lot of good stuff going on.
I like that. This happens to me a lot. I'm like, I got to do something. I got to dig in and get my head into it, and I want to listen to some music and just go empty mind while I work on whatever I'm working on. And I'm sick of stuff, I could always listen to the Beastie Boys, I suppose. I don't know, as many of you, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a big fan of the Beastie Boys. But I could always listen to the Beastie Boys. But, I'm always looking for something. I just go over to that song rec, like song sharing on the Discord, and you guys have like posted 10 things since the last time I was there, and just like great videos, great songs. This is a really good way to swap quality music, as people who are fans of music. I love it.
Yeah, and once I start making content on my new channel, I'm going to be doing a lot of music business stuff, like how to light a video, like a lot of content built for songwriters to try to help the few things that I've learned while I've been making YouTube videos that I personally don't find on the internet. Like, I don't find a lot of folks making content for songwriters like us. So I'm going to try that out and see what happens. It could be a complete flop. But I'm still trying to figure out exactly what I want to do over there before I do it. All right, so the next song that we're going to get into is the Local Honeys. Excuse me, my man Joshy D has been loving on the Local Honeys lately. We're going to check out
did somebody say their kid shouted out the Local Honeys? Was that you, Joshy D?
Yeah, his kid loves
his kid's like, is this the Local Honeys? I love it.
So we're gonna check out Cigarette Trees. This is this is the Godfather's third Local Honeys rec in a row. The man's been vibing to some Local Honeys.
I did not realize that.
Third in a row.
I was like, oh, the Local Honeys again. Cool. I didn't realize it's all Joshy D.
Oh, he's been vibing.
My man. Thank you for sharing with us, Joshy D. Thank you for being the Godfather as well.
There's only one. Here we go. They bad now. They are bad. Woo, these girls are bad. So before we get into it, I thought about buying one of those microphones because so many folks have them in our genre. They like $700, $800.
That is a very expensive microphone.
That's so much money.
It's pretty. I don't know. Maybe somebody can nerd explain how it functionally is worth.
No, it's amazing. It's just old school vibe, vintage vibe. It's just like $700 or $800.
You know, you got to back it up because that first lyric, I mean, it's got to be leading into something.
Got to be good.
Yeah.
I'll back it up.
You piss in my boot and you tell me it's rain. You smell like money on land you reclaim. Top off that sludge pot and black through our sinks. Heavy on the corn when we fill up our drinks. Dig out our coal, turn it into cash. Starve out our homelands, but keep your wallets fat. Shake down our houses with your big old drag lines and bury our families deep in them mines. Why not plant cigarette trees? They burn faster than you'd log days. Fill up them valleys, slurry them streams with big old pieces.
How are these folks not huge? Thank you. By the way, Cody, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. They're unbelievable. Like, I just don't get, and there's so many folks out there that are unbelievable that never get the recognition they deserve. These are one of those folks. My man Delaney and company are also one of those folks that you listen to them play and they do everything really well. They're great. She's a great acoustic guitar player, great claw hammer going on over there, great singing, great songwriting. It blows my mind how many amazing musicians come from the United States of America. And I'm not a pro-America, I'm not the whole, the best music comes from America. But the truth is there is so much amazing music that comes from this country. One thing is because we're big. There's a lot of us. But the culture of music that comes from this place is just unbelievable. And it's good stuff. I'm blown away by these ladies.
It's cool to be able to see it done at this level. It's a little weird that you have to dig a little bit to find it. But, man, also, I don't think I even have to weigh in on these lyrics at this point. I think everybody knows me well enough to know.
Cigarette trees, bro.
I love it when white people step up and stick it to the man.
Come on now. Come on. fiddle with it one time.
Strip off her top, knock her to her knees, disgrace that big old mountain with your broad form deed. Kill animal and human, ever plant an herb. You can't help but leave the sky. We can still flip you the bird.
Come on now.
What will we do with no mountains to climb and you disappear and you shut down the mines? Pray God gives you mercy, the place you should dwell. That you don't burn like coal and you're sentenced to hell. Why not plant cigarette trees? They burn faster than you'd log these. Fill up them valleys, slurry them streams. Big old king, hold on, you lose any sweet.
We're backing that up. Time out. We're
What
backing
did
it
we
up.
just say about dynamics?
We
What
back
did
it.
we
Did you
just say?
did you feel how they brought it down on that last chorus? Like you could tell they looked at each other and they were vibing. They were like, "Let's just bring it down just a little bit."
Place you should dwell. That you don't burn like coal and you're sentenced to hell. Why not plant cigarette trees? They burn faster than you'd log these. Fill up them valleys, slurry them streams. Big old king, hold on, you lose any sweet.
The local honey.
All right, we still got some more time. Are we missing something?
Interview.
No. All right, never mind.
Some really long credits for all the productions. Well, you know,
I love them local honeys.
you know, when you are that good with another person, it's like Simon and Garfunkel. It's like you got to put those voices together. You got to keep the band together.
Don't break it up.
Did we do that?
It's normally my fault. Yeah.
Was he asleep before?
No.
Oh,
He went to bed at 7:30 one time in the past lifetime.
gotcha.
So this is he's
My man was just going wild out there.
he's just he's doing his thing. Mm-hmm. He's
Wow.
been a little fussy today, man.
I'm gonna go on a beer run. I'm gonna leave you with it right quick.
All right, buddy. You ain't going on no beer run.
You know, like at least when I'm on my beer run, they don't look at my empty screen while you have to fill time.
I purposefully did not change it so it would be even more funny.
Club's not going to show up?
Where's the club?
Is it? Wait a minute.
Wait.
Is he the club? Is it
he-
just called the club and he's the club? Not unlike Quentin Tarantino's quintessential flick, Kill Bill, Volume 1, where the crazy 88 weren't actually 88 of them. You know.
That man loves a movie, y'all. Okay, so speaking of Sturgill, how much does your love of cinema and movies
Influence my love of Sturgill? As much as is necessary.
but not
The appropriate amount.
not a crazy amount?
Maybe 100%, maybe 30%, whatever is appropriate. I love the fact that
That's where
Sound
you
and
get out of an
Fury.
answer.
I love the fact that Sound and Fury came with a film alongside of it, and that was great. Are we about to do this?
Yeah, it's about to get serious.
Dang, who requested this?
This is from my man Jess in old
Jay
Alabama.
Smitty.
He's so far away from us, I don't know how he
Thank God for
recommended
Alabama.
this.
You know, here's the thing about Jay Smitty. Jay Smitty been in the chat about a week now, a little over a week. Just like coming in there and like hanging tough with the crew. It's tough in there.
Just let me tell you, brother.
LTD here yet? What's going on?
He is
what?
He is the latest of the late. Jess, it's time you come on over to the Discord, brother. You've been in there. You've been hanging out in them comments. You've been giving all the love, all the great comments. If it's a money thing, let me know. I'll figure something out. I
Wait,
don't
Smitty's in the comments, right? Smitty's in the Discord, right?
LTD.
Literally late to dinner.
You can tell he's drunk. I'm miss my boys.
I'm miss my boys.
I'm miss my boys. What? Sean, we've talked about.
Wait. We didn't bring Cody back from Canada. Did we bring Cody back from Canada? Capo calls it, and you agreed with
vote,
it? Okay. Yep.
First off, if Capo started it.
Well, here's the
and
thing. We
his
really
vote
got to
is
talk about
big.
Morningstar. We're going to get the whole inside baseball thing with the behind the. It's about to become Real
My
Housewives of
vote
Americana
is
Addicts.
he is now an American again. He needs to take that Cody Canada name out of his Discord. Jess joined last week. So I'm just joking with you, Jess. Just messing with
I'm in there, LOL.
I'm trying. I try to think of marketing ways to encourage people to join.
Yeah.
Jess, I know you in there, brother.
Yeah, Cody is now far. I'll be like, Cody, you want to talk about gear? Yeah, I bet you do. And then just.
Oh shoot! What did he change his name to?
I already changed my name.
Jess, by the way, I'm so thankful that you joined.
Yeah.
So thankful. What is his name?
Let's see. In the live stream chat, he shows up as Cody America.
And the Godfather says, I can finally talk to Cody again.
I'm telling you, man. If you can keep Cody, if you can keep up with me, you're a real sumbitch.
Did
you know what I'm talking about?
the Godfather, the founder of our channel, did he just admit to not speaking to Cody because he
has not spoken to Cody since he became Canadian. He has only talked at him with insults.
Yeah, Morningstar.
All right, so Morningstar. Yeah, Morningstar is the resistance.
Morningstar, we knew you were going to resist.
Unless, of course, my hand is greased. I don't know, man. That's I don't know what that means. I don't
already
understand
gave
that
you
euphemism.
birthday cold daddy money. Like, what else do you need, brother?
What else do you need, man? Greasy hands? Some wreck. Good times.
Okay, so before everybody pieces out, we need to have. I don't think we have any more wrecks. I'm not seeing any more wrecks.
Let's listen to a song. Let's do it. Let's punt that conversation. Let's listen to one more. Let's give them a honky tonk teaser.
No.
Yeah.
We're saving the honky tonk.
No,
for
let's
next
give them a
week.
teaser. I got an idea.
You sure you don't want to save for next week?
I
How
got
many
an idea.
honky tonk songs do you have?
Oh. How many leaves you got in your yard, man?
A lot.
How many leaves?
You saw 'em.
How many leaves? I'm going to say Waylon Jennings.
Last time I played Waylon Jennings, we got shut down.
We'll see what happens. Waylon Jennings. I think it's I've Always Been Crazy. Yeah, there we go. Let's see where the good live one is.
So, are you you sure you don't want to save this?
Let's go a little bit lower down, see what we got. No, man, I'm certain. I think 1984.
Where's that one?
Up a little bit. There it is. I think 1984. Let's do this.
3.9 million views.
I hope this is what I'm thinking it is.
Let's check out Waylon
All right, y'all.
Jennings.
Cody, if you got that phaser, check it out, brother.
Here we go. So much love for Cody tonight.
It's an encore, right? ACL maybe?
I had to come back and get my guitar. Now you wait right there for me. Because you know I can't breathe without you.
That's a tough son of a
Here's a song I wrote about myself. Or was it about? No, maybe it was.
I've always been crazy in the trouble that it's put me through. I've been busted for things that I didn't do. I can't say I'm proud of all of the things that I've done, but I can say I've never intentionally hurt anyone. I've always been different, with 1 foot over the line, winding up somewhere 1 step ahead or behind. It ain't been so easy, but I guess I shouldn't complain. I've always been crazy, it's kept me from going insane. Beautiful lady, are you sure that you understand the chances you're taking, loving a free-loving man? Are you really sure you really want what you see? Be careful of something that's just like you want it to be. Play it, boo.
Single coil, y'all.
Thank you. You've been a great audience. We appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you.
I can't wait for next week, y'all.
Next week is going to be awesome.
Next week is going to be killer.
Preach. Ah, man. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
What time is it?
it's not that late,
It ain't that late. We just ran out of requests.
or did we?
You know that somebody said they wanted to hear something about bingo.
I think we got to save the hits till next week, ladies
I
and
think
gentlemen.
we can't possibly do bingo next week. Bingo's too long, right? We can do bingo in one other song. Choctaw Bingo takes 84 minutes.
How long is it?
It's a pretty long song, but it's a great song.
So
I tell you what,
you want to hear another song?
I think we're going to do one more song.
think we
Let's
need to do
see.
another
I tell you what, throw requests at us, and I'm going to pick the most honky-tonkin' one that I want to hear tonight.
All right.
So throw some requests our way, and let's see. In the meantime,
Guess Chucky Diesel's going to now decide what we listen to.
in the meantime, we are going to mess with all these buttons here. I'm thinking let's do.
So we agreed to the McMurtry original in the Discord a few weeks back.
Do you remember which one it was? Was it
Nope. Sure didn't.
which one was it?
By the way, who is
TLP?
we? Who is we, Lepage? I don't remember signing off on this.
They voted against you,
He
bro.
says, Cyber Cowboy, shut up, Bert. Best single cord. Coil.
The
Coil.
single coil. Yeah.
Talking about a
Single
coil.
coil, just so that our
Copper
recently
Canteen is one of my favorite songs in Ben. We always do Riley Way. Got to switch up. And the man wrote the song. We hadn't done Riley Way in a while.
All right, so you want to do Choctaw Bingo. That's the McMurtry original you want to hear.
McMurtry Choctaw. It's like 10 minutes.
Yeah. It's a jam, man. It's It is a bop.
I'm seeing a lot of Choctaw Bingo.
I'm telling you, I heard Choctaw Bingo from down the hall in Dueling Hall, and it introduced me to one of my favorite songwriters ever. I think it's worth a shot. And we got to do one with the full band. You know what? F it. Let's do an album version. It's Wild Wild West.
West. All right. Let's see if I can get my mouse. Will not. My mouse
About to
will.
get arrested. Here, you want to borrow this one that I've been halfway working? Everybody, I just want to take this moment to remind you of your homework assignment. It is to pick your 3 members to join Sturgill Simpson in his Highwayman. It is the Highwayman Sturgill Simpson Fantasy Draft.
All right. Are
next
we doing
week,
the
September
McMurtry
14th,
version
2021.
or Ray
yeah,
Wiley?
no, McMurtry for sure.
All right.
I think.
This one has just as many views as that one does.
Let's see. Let's see what the second one does. It looks
That's what I'm
good.
saying. It's a live version. Here we go. Turn it up.
All right, hold on. We got to do a full band version. Man. We need to do a full band version.
All right.
Let's see what else we got.
All right. Hold on.
No. I'm just picky.
Live in Europe, maybe?
Let's see if his live in Europe is good.
It's got a band?
The electric guitar says yes. Talking guitars.
I'm seeing other
Now we're gonna
mics.
play all the hits.
Pedal steel.
Strap them kids and give them a little bit of vodka. Sherry Coke, we're going to Oklahoma to the family reunion for the first time in years. It's up at Uncle Slayton's 'cause he's getting on in years. You know he no longer travels, but he's still pretty spry. There's not much on talking, he's just too mean to die. And they'll be coming down from Kansas and from West Arkansas. It'll be one great big old party like you never saw. Uncle Slayton's got his Texan pride. Back in the thickets with his Asian bride. He's got a Airstream trailer and a Holstein cow. Still makes whiskey 'cause he still knows how he plays that Choctaw Bingo every Friday night. You know it. Hadley, Texas, but it won't say wild. Quarter section about Lake Eufaula caught a great big old blue cow. Drifting jug light sells his hardwood timber to the shipping mill. Cooks at crystal meth because the shine don't sell. He cooks at crystal meth because the shine don't sell. You know he likes that money. He don't mind the smell.
I thought that was pedal steel a minute ago.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest sounding pedal steel ever.
My cousin Roscoe Slayton's oldest boy from his second marriage up in Illinois is raised in East St. Louis by his mama's people where they do things different. Thought he'd just come on down. He's going to Dallas, Texas in a semi-truck called from that big McDonald's. You know, the one that's built up on that great big old bridge across the Will Rogers Turnpike. Took the big cab and exit, stopped and bought a carton of cigarettes at that Indian smoke shop with the big neon smoke rings and the Cherokee Nation hit Muskogee late that night. Somebody ran the stoplight at the Shawnee bypass. Roscoe tried to miss him, but he didn't quite. Bob and May come up from some little town way down by Lake Texoma, where he coaches football. They were two-way champions now for 2 years running, but he says they won't be this year. No, they won't be this year. And he stopped off in Tushka at the pop knife and gun place, bought a SKS rifle and a couple full cases of that steel core ammo with the bird and primers from some East Block nation that no longer needs a man. A Desert Eagle, that's the one great big old pistol. I mean, 50 caliber made by badass Seavers and some surplus tracers for that old PAR sledge. As soon as it gets dark, we're gonna have us some time. We're gonna have us some time. Have us some time.
Fiddle, fiddle.
You hear him on that bass line?
I didn't know he could solo like this. I mean, it's definitely like singer soloing, but like it's good.
Yeah.
Ruth Ann and Lynn come down from Baxter Springs, and that's one hell-raising town way up in southeastern
Chad Dan's
Kansas.
ready to
Got
talk
a
cousins.
biker bar next to the lingerie store that's got the Rolling Stones lips up there, bright pink neon, and they're right downtown where everyone can see them, and they burn all night, you know they burn all night, you know they burn all night. Ruth Ann and Lynn, they wear them cut-off breeches and them skinny little halters, and they're second cousins to me. Man, I don't care, I wanna get between them with a great big old heart on like a old bulldog fence row. She could hang a pipe rail gate foundation, sister twisters till the cows come home, and we'll be having us a time.
Yeah, man. No, you don't want to get into it too much. Just go ahead and hit play and don't think about it too long.
Slayton's got his Texan pride, back in the thickets with his Asian bride. He's got that corn and pasture and an acre license, sells them own and finance strictly to them. It's got no kind of credit, cause he knows they're slackers and they'll miss that payment. Then he takes it back. He plays a Choctaw bingo every Friday night. He drinks his Johnny Walker at the Club 69. We're gonna strap them kids and give them a little bit of Benadryl and a Sherry Coke. We're going to Oklahoma, gonna have us a time. Have us a time.
Stevie Wonder called.
A little bit.
He said, come get your white people. I love it. That was so good. Man.
Choctaw bingo.
Every Friday night. I can't even read all the comments that y'all made during this because y'all would not shut up the whole time while I was trying to party. You guys are great. I'm glad that everybody was down for a late night Choctaw bingo. You have no idea how many times I do what we just did by myself at home. So I was glad to have all of y'all with me. All the assistants and Bert up on the next floor at the other end of the compound. And all the assistants. Thank you. Thanks to the staff and everybody. Well, it's about that time, y'all. Sorry, I didn't know if I could just sign off or not.
I mean, after what I did to you last week, I feel like you could do whatever you want.
What if I had the power to just do a cold stop right now and just kill? You know, is that an icon that says finish?
Even if you wanted to, you.
I don't think that I know.
I mean, you could. You just figured it out, and I'm a little surprised, honestly.
Just sounds nasty, y'all. Until next week, what you sipping on? Boom.
Preach. Show. Complete shit show. I would have been fine with you just killing it. I mean,
I've kind of figured out how to work the DJ booth over here.
It only took us how many live streams for you to figure out the DJ booth?
16. They're having a conversation about. They're having a conversation about what sort of fence post was metaphorically used for the erection in regards to this person's second cousins.
Yeah.
And they said bull rock, and I just thought about you saying professional bull racing again. Yeah, cool. Professional bull racing.
That was before I knew what a good old PBR was. I mean, just the way I grew up, man.
Professional bull racing. So now what does PBR stand for?
Public Broadcast Radio.
Of course. Absolutely. Spoken like a school teacher. It's Pabst Blue Ribbon, of course, as everybody knows. That's why they put it on a cowboy hat. Professional bull racing. Bull racing, he said. Like the bulls, like people got on the bulls, and then whoever, I don't even know how to turn this into an actual sport.
I feel like PBR needs to be in the name for the studio.
Professional bull, Bird's professional bull racing. Pit condo. Man, all right, you guys have been great.
You got the power.
All right, remember your homework assignments.
You got the power.
T-Fod, good to see you in the chats. Glad we were able to shout out somebody that looked like another member of the Americana Addicts. Second week in a row. This is your boy Chuck Diesel and your boy Bert Burler. Bert Byler. And we are saying we will see you late. We will see you
somewhere on down the river.